Hello, welcome to Art That Plays and Prays. My name is Ginger. Thanks for joining me here. Today I'll demonstrate the use of Copic markers while I do an urban sketch of a scene in Italy. By its very nature, urban sketching is a type of drawing you do while you're traveling, when you're on the go and you want to capture as much of the scenery as you can. Given that you don't have to make your sketch as clean and precise as a picture-perfect work of art, you don't have to draw with clean straight lines. It's okay to mess up and be squiggly and random as you go. That's why my drawing here is quick and dirty. I want to show you that you can still make beautiful art even when you're in a rush. Now, I did an initial pencil sketch and I was just like randomly drawing here and there. I'm not very precise with like if it's drawn to scale or what. I'm not even overthinking this. And then after the pencil sketch, I'm using here a Pigma Micron pen. I think it's a 0.3 or it's a 0.1. And I'm just running the sketch over the pencils, and later I'll erase all of these pencil marks. And then later I'll color this using Copic markers. There are two kinds of Copics in my stash. I have the Copic Ciao and the Copic Sketch. The Copic markers are alcohol based, and because of this it's expected to bleed on ordinary paper. So it's important to use the right kind of paper so you can maximize the potential of this very expensive set of markers. For this urban sketch, I'm already using this Copic brand paper. It's 70 pounds marker paper. It's very smooth to the touch and comes in a pack of 25 sheets. When you're using Copics, the paper is really the most important thing here, because most papers don't blend. The inks won't blend very well if you don't have the right kind of paper. I tried this in ordinary, I think it was watercolor paper that I used it on, and it didn't work well. And I'm trying this Copic paper, and so far when I tried it, it was very good. So here I'm going to use Copic Ciao. The Copic Ciao are more affordable. The Copic Ciao comes in a set of 72 pens or 36 pens. There's a 72 piece color set A and another set B, which is what I'll use in this demo. Honestly, the box set of 72 pens requires a huge investment. It's really pricey, so if you prefer to build up your artist toolbox slowly, you can invest in the 36 piece sets first. Now, the Copic sketch markers, the ones that I'm showing you right here, they're the more high-end type of Copics. They come in flat barrels with a sort of oval construction. They have double nibs, chisel on one side and brush nibs on the other end, which is what I personally like to use more. What I'll be using in this video are the Copic Ciao markers, which are also double nibs, but they're more economical in terms of price point, because the barrel here is smaller, it's more roundish, and so has less ink inside. The markers are refillable, that's the good news, and there are a lot of retail stores that sell ink refills. So even though Copic markers are expensive, in the long run it's a good investment for those who are serious about their art, their craft. One thing about the Copic Ciao markers, their color sets, there are 36 piece sets, and there are 5 of these sets. There's a color set A, B, C, D, and E for a total of 180 colors. Now, to avoid duplications, just keep in mind that the 36 color sets A and B, when you put them together, they are the same pens you'll find in the 72 piece set A. Also, if you combine the 36 piece sets C and D, those are the same colors you'll find in the 72 piece set B. So I hope I didn't confuse you with that arrangement. So just keep in mind that Copic Ciao markers perform the same way that the sketch does, but they're less pricey. So if you want to try them, you can start with the Ciao first. Now, Copic markers are well loved by artists because you can blend colors and soften edges as you paint. You can see here though that I'm not really blending my inks very well. The nib marks are still visible, and some of you who are watching this video, you might criticize and say that I'm not maximizing the potential of this medium. Let me just say off the bat that I'm actually intentional in showing the pen markings here. I'm using markers for this urban sketch because I like the feel and look of marker lines, and I want to show some texture in this piece. If I wanted softer edges, I would have used watercolors instead. But for the sake of demonstrating what Copic markers can do, later I'll show you, I'll work on some portions of this drawing to probably just show you how blending is easily achieved with the Copic markers. So I'm not overthinking my coloring here. If you notice, I'm just randomly putting colors here and there. I'm not even afraid to try different kinds of color combinations, and it's kind of weird like how I'm putting blues, pinks, and oranges just together. This is just how I want my composition to be. I just like the colors to pop out. So not overthinking, not planning, just throwing it out there and just enjoying the process. People might criticize it again and say that I'm not doing justice to these very expensive markers, but just understand that urban sketching should be fun, and you should enjoy the whole journey, the whole process, and not get frustrated just because you're not getting the proper blending of markers. So let's just give it a shot here and just enjoy the whole sketch and just throw it out there and experiment with whatever colors you want to try, and just color away. As you can see, I have colored so many layers on this paper. I've put one ink on top of the other, and there's a whole lot of alcohol inks getting into this page. And yet, let's check the flip side. As I told you, the alcohol ink is supposed to bleed, but look at this paper. It's not as bad as probably other papers would. They would bleed through so much more than this. And as you can see, my scrap paper on this table didn't even get colored. So after after putting on the markers, I just thought I'd run through the drawing some more and add a little bit more detail with my micron pens. It's just last minute details. I just decided to brush it up a little bit. And thank you for joining me in this urban sketch using Copic Ciao markers, and come and watch my other videos if you have time, which I hope you have. Go visit my other videos if you want more painting videos. I have a lot in my channel. Again, this is Ginger from Art That Plays and Prays. Thank you, and bye.